it's Laura Evans here from Unleash Your Potential, helping people like you to unleash their potential in business and life. Sorry for the absence over the last couple of days. A couple of things, I've not been very well, but secondly, I've had a couple of days off. And in case you didn't know, tomorrow is my birthday. And tomorrow I will be going live both on this page with some very special announcements, and also going live in our student Facebook group with a couple of treats for our existing students. So that is happening tomorrow. But tonight I'm not going to stay long, other than to say I had one of my birthday treats last night. So thank you to one of my awesome friends, Louise, who took me away to Birmingham and took me to see the show, The King and I. Now, I have to say, it was a complete surprise. I knew I was going to Birmingham. I didn't know why, other than she said, oh, we'll go to the Christmas markets. And then it came out, she said, well, I have booked to something. And it turned out she had booked tickets for us to go and see The King and I. Now, I'd never seen The King and I. I'd never seen the TV, or the film rather, back in the, I don't know, a long time ago it was originally created. And so I had absolutely no preconceived idea about this show. But I actually really enjoyed it. And it was much funnier than I thought it was going to be when I was flicking through the brochure, when I was sat in the stalls before we started. And as musical goes, it was really good. So thank you, Louise, for taking me. It was a wonderful birthday present. And in the show, they have a song where Anna, who is the lead lady in The King and I, has a son. And she's trying to teach him how to manage his nerves. And there's a whole song around whistling. Now, I'm not going to sing it to you. I'm not going to do that. I might pop the link in the comments below for the original track so you can listen to it. But there were some key words in this particular song. And he was getting very nervous. They were going to a new country, and she was trying to help him deal with his nerves. And the lyrics in the song go along the lines of what I've put in the post, either above or below, depending on where you're watching this. Make believe you're brave. The trick will take you far. You may be as brave as you make believe you are. And then it goes on a little bit, and then there's a line that says, for when I fool the people I fear, I fool myself as well. So this was this whole thing that she was trying to teach her son, that when she gets nervous, she whistles. She whistles a happy tune, and it is enough to make her forget her nerves. And so she starts to fool the people around her that she's feeling brave, and then all of a sudden she starts to fool herself. Now, I don't know about you, but actually there are a few things from NLP that relate directly to this particular song and these particular words. Now, we have a phrase in NLP called what you focus on is what you get. And the very focus of her changing her physiology, because when you watch her, she changes how she stands up and she starts whistling this song. And so her physiological change happens. She knows these happy tunes that she whistles, and that changes her thinking. And the process of the whistling helps to change how she feels. And so I just thought, that's the NLP communication model right there, for those of you that know how that we can change how we feel by changing our physiology and our thinking. It's also in NLP, we talk about what you focus on is what you get. And so she's focusing on being brave, and all of a sudden that's how she starts to feel. And then in the lyrics that I've chosen here from the song, it says, you may be as brave as you believe you are. And if you followed me or follow NLP in any way, you'll know the power of belief, and what you believe becomes true. Henry Ford is quoted as saying, whether you believe you can or you can't, you are absolutely right. And so again, if you believe that you can be brave, guess what? You increase the chances of being brave. If you focus on being nervous and all the negativity, guess what? That's what you'll see more of. But what she's saying here in the song is, actually, you can be as brave brave as you believe that you can be. And so whistle and become brave. This is this message that she's giving her son. And then later on in the song, she talks about, there's a line that says, for when I fool the people I fear, I fool myself as well. Now, this very much leads us into something else in NLP called the as-if frame. Now, in layman's terms, often we might refer to it as the fake it till you make it. But the as-if frame in NLP is a way of helping people to temporarily suspend or put to one side their current thinking that might not be working, and allow them to start to consider the possibility of doing or being or feeling something else, and considering whether that might be more helpful in any particular scenario. And again, that's exactly what she's doing with this song. She's saying to him, actually, do you know what? I'm going to not be scared of these people. I am actually going to fool them by pretending that I am brave and confident, even though she might not be feeling it. And actually, she gets so good at faking it, so good at pretending to be brave, that actually she starts to fool the people around her and also fool herself. The funny thing about your mind is that your mind can't really, when you're imagining things, and a lot of people for nerves, they start before the event happens itself. When they start imagining things, maybe before you get into the situation where you imagine you might be fearful, people start to process thoughts in their head, and your conscious and your unconscious mind rather can't tell the difference between reality and fantasy, i.e. what you're making up in your head, as in the scenario you're playing through that's making you scared or fearful, as opposed to reality. So actually it's relatively easy to actually focus on what you want, focus in this example on being brave, and actually that becoming something that happens. So it's almost like you're pretending for a moment. You're not saying, the as-if frame isn't something that's going to fundamentally change you as a person, the way that you think and are, but it allows you to temporarily suspend maybe, I don't know, limiting beliefs that you have about yourself, and allows you to temporarily put that to one side and say, well, actually, if that wasn't true, what may my options be? How could I feel differently? And it's quite a common approach, if you like, just trying to think of the right words tonight, quite a common approach. And this is kind of what she's doing in this song. And I sat in the auditorium last night listening to this song for the very first time. I'd never seen The King and I before. And I listened to this song, I was like, wow, that is just so kind of NLP, if you like, without knowing what NLP is. I mean, it didn't exist as a phenomenon back when this song was written. But actually, there are so many principles that came out of just that one song in the whole musical last night. And if you haven't seen The King and I, then go and see it. It was a great musical. I really loved it. And thank you again to Louise, if you see this, for my wonderful birthday present. She took me up to Birmingham, for those of you that just joined me, one of my friends. It took me to see a show, and I had no idea what I was going to see, and I ended up seeing The King and I, and this particular song. So anyway, so it provided me with some inspiration last night, and I just loved the lyrics of the song. It was just amazing. So what I'll do is I will post the link to the original song in the comments below this video, so that you can go check it out for yourself. But just listen to the words in the song, and I just love it. Make believe you're brave, and the trick will take you far. You may be as brave as you make believe you are. For when I fool the people I fear, I fool myself as well. So a little bit of inspiration for you this evening. Tomorrow is my birthday, if you haven't guessed or didn't know, and tomorrow I will be doing a series of Facebook Lives tomorrow evening, with some wonderful offers for everybody. So I will be going live here on the UIP public page with some stuff for people that aren't currently our students but might look to be. So I'll be doing a live here tomorrow evening at some point. Can't tell you exactly when, but at some point tomorrow. And I will also be going live in our student hub. So if you are a student of ours watching this, then tomorrow evening again, not quite sure what time yet, but I will have some special offers for you guys as well that will be exclusive to our members of our student hub. And if you haven't trained with us, we have the student hub as an ongoing support Facebook group for all of our students. It's where we hang out and help each other, which is amazing. So 2 lives tomorrow night, one here on this page, which I'll do for you guys to keep tuned. There'll be some time limited and number limited offers coming out tomorrow evening, which is really exciting to celebrate my 40th birthday. And I'd love you to help me to do that. So there'll be a couple of offers here in this page open to everyone, and then over in our student Facebook page I will be doing a live with some offers exclusively for members of the hub. So thank you, Marie. It's only a few hours. I've had a text message of one of our students, Wendy, this evening going, how are you enjoying your last evening of being 39? And I was like, oh my blimey, I hadn't thought of it quite like that. So anyway, I'm going to shoot off. I'm going to get some beauty sleep before tomorrow. Tomorrow morning I will be putting everything together, be super excited, and then tomorrow live I will go live to share the very special offers that we have available tomorrow to celebrate my birthday. So good night to you all, and see you all tomorrow. All right, take care. Good night.